Saturday, June 20th garden update. Let's check out the weather first. A really important update is the weather station is no longer up on the deck near the house, but instead it's down near the garden, which is much better. It's certainly better than it was before, but very soon, probably tomorrow, this whole contraption, the weather station at the bottom and the animator you can see at the top, are going to be mounted to a big pole, 10 foot tall, and mounted to this wooden pole, so that at least the animator is about 10 feet up in the air or more. Here's the pole. Mounted on this, and then it's going to be mounted to the wood pole like that. So that'll be really nice. So that's the instrument that's recording the weather. Let's take a look quick at the actual weather. We've had a lot of this sort of weather. 80, mid-humidity, nice and hot and sunny, good tomato growing weather. If you look at the time series of the weather over the last couple weeks, you'll see going back to about 11 days we had 0.7 inches of rain, but we've been totally dry since then, so that's no good for growing the veggies. So we'll have a picture of the watering system I have going. We're fine. We're watering. All right, we're in the garden. Let's check it out. Huge number of things have happened in the last 2 weeks. A lot of work put in. Probably the biggest, which is conspicuous right away, is all the ground has landscape cloth applied and mulch. So let's take a tour of what's mulched and how it looks and then we'll look at the actual plants. So here we are. All of the inside is mulched, and right. Mulch City. Even a bit in the back on the other side of the deer fence. More than a bit. And on the other side too here, looking up. Huge amount of work to put all this in, but I like it a lot. I think it looks good. Let's first take a look at the garlic. It's been growing well. It is near harvest. We took the scapes about a week ago and pickled them, and so now we just have to wait for the bulbs to swell and get ready to pull them out and cure them, which is 1-2 weeks, something like that, away. Let's take a closer look at the actual garlic. Here we have red rocambole. I'm not pronouncing this correctly. Chestnut red, a lot of chestnut red. All right, let's take a look at the raspberries. We have a yardstick for reference. Still 2 beds, Joan J. Seedless, red raspberries. Put on a lot of growth in the last couple weeks. Nearly 3 feet tall. I put in some more trellis wire to keep them back. And they look really nice. We even have real legit, not just, oops, right there. Real legit berries forming right there. Pretty cool. There's the raspberries. Hope to be eating those in a couple weeks. Check out the beans now. They're putting on mass and looking better. Ones at the end here, the earliest ones, really look like they're putting on flowers, and I expect we're going to see some beans there in not too long. Yardstick for reference, 9.5 inches tall. Let's check out sunflowers now. This is the original sunflower that Catherine planted whenever that was, weeks ago. And I was a little spooked on that, so I managed to put 2 other ones in there. That's, for the record, about 15 inches tall. There's the 2 seedlings right there. 1, 2. So hopefully over the upcoming weeks we get some tall sunflowers. These are supposed to be 12-foot tall ones. And so, of course, I was not satisfied with just one sunflower thing, and I had some room, so the original one didn't take, but seedlings there, and then a whole row of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So these should be pretty impressive. 12-foot tall Russian, is it Titan or Mammoth? Something like that. I should really have labels. Shame on me. As long as we're in the herb aisle, let's check. The oregano, honestly, pretty weak. But, you know, some of those are really starting to be stuff. Now, the dill and parsley, that's a different story. Dill looks like real dill. And same thing goes for parsley, really. Let's keep going. Basil. Basil definitely looks like real basil. Isn't that cool? And thyme continues to grow well for us. Now, there's some new planters. We decided we had to have chives, which are perennial, so hopefully these will come back again and again. There's 2 things. There's one of garlic chives and one of standard onion chives. Nothing has sprouted yet. This big guy is cilantro. And the bane of this place, 1 Phragmites, which gotta throw away. Anyways, no cilantro yet. Let's keep going in the final row, the so-called gourd sunflower corn row. 2 things of Indian corn, and I don't know, they're like 20 inches tall. And then we have my favorite. My wife makes fun of me. I call it the gourd area. Like everyone has a gourd area. You can see the yardstick there. So these guys are really happy and putting out all kinds of leaves and flowers and their sticky, clingy, viney bits. Six hills of those. And then we still have corn and the sunflowers I already showed you. One of my favorite rows is the pumpkin row up the trellis. Let's take a close look. 1, 2, 3, 4 of these hills are candy corn, spelled with K's. It's a small, sweet, cute pumpkin. Growing well. It looks good. Then we have the Connecticut field pumpkins, which once again are the canonical Halloween pumpkin, jack-o'-lantern pumpkin. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 hills. All seem very happy. Alright, let's have a look at the cucumber and pepper row. Cucumbers are doing well. Peppers doing better. Gave them some fertilizer and dug them out so they weren't buried so deep. Have to do a better job next time. I'm a little disappointed in myself, but oh well. It's all about doing and learning and getting better at this gardening business. So here we go on the bush cucumbers. Supreme Cuke is the hybrid from Burpee. All putting on flowers. Phragmites. Flowers, flowers. There's a cucumber there. Let's see if we can see that cucumber. Can I? Yeah. Here. Some of these guys are just, I mean, just full of flowers, right? So I'm expecting these to make, as a result, many cucumbers. This is a mixture of a gourd and a cucumber, unfortunately. I messed that up. But, very good. Another Phragmites. This is what I do all day long. Let's see. Let's get that out. Okay, here's the peppers. Some hot peppers. Hot peppers. Peppers. And you'll start to see that we have other seedlings that we have set off to the side that we're going to put in the the garlic beds after the garlic is harvested in a few weeks. These final peppers, very excited about our habaneros actually. Yep, that's the cucumber pepper row. Now let's look at the tomatoes. Some of these guys are a yard tall. Alright, looking at the tomatoes. I have to do some tying up and some pruning, but these guys are really growing well, and there's flowers, and I expect that it won't be too long before we have fruit. Here is the flowers, tomatoes soon. So let's just go down the line. With the brandy boys. Put some marigolds in there for funsies. Super sauce, different starting right now. Not as successful. Got some work to do on those, but they are growing. And then finally we have the bodacious, which are not as tall as the brandy boy, different leaf. Need to be pruned, but growing well, and I'm confident we're going to have tons of tomatoes. So let's take a look down Tomato Alley. Awesome. What about watering? Hasn't really been raining the last couple of weeks. Well, for now, I have these tripods and sprinklers. Eventually, next year, definitely drip system. But for now, I just press a button on my phone, and obviously it's connected to a calendar too. And there you go. Pretty cool, huh? There's one on the other side, I'll show you too. All right, let's test the other side. I know a question you might be asking is, do I ever just come out here, take out my phone, set the garden to water, and just sit out here and watch it for like a long time? Yes, the answer is yes. Hope you enjoyed the video update. See you in a couple weeks.